My name is Anna Cacciatore. I'm the lead teacher in culinary arts here at the West Hampton campus of BCIT. Today I'm going to do a demonstration of seafood chipino, which is one of my specialties and one of the dishes that our staff at BCIT often requests me to make. This is a red seafood sauce that's served traditionally over pasta. The pasta that it is usually served over is linguine. A lot of times you will see seafood sauces served over linguine. Linguine is a pasta flat between a fettuccine and a spaghetti. We're going to start with the saute. I'm going to put olive oil in the pan to start the dish. Olive oil is your only fat. You're using seafood, so this is a very healthy dish. The next thing I'm going to add is all your herbs and spices. Start with garlic. As with every Italian dish, garlic is one of the major ingredients. I'm going to add several peppers. I have sweet peppers that I'm going to be putting in the sauce, as well as hot peppers, because this is a spicy dish. So I have the jalapenos as well as the sweet peppers with the garlic. You can use any kind of onions that you like. I like to use scallions when I'm doing seafood sauces, as opposed to the traditional Spanish onion, because they may be a little too spicy. And also I'm going to use chives. That's another type of onion, a little milder and gives a nice look to this sauce. Any sauce like this is very quick and easy to make. I always think of Rachel Ray when I'm doing this, because you know how she does those 20-minute meals. 20-minute meals are very easy to do. So I have now all the onions and garlic. I'm going to add to this right now my spices. If you have fresh herbs, they're the best to use. So I'm going to use the fresh parsley and the fresh basil. Fresh herbs are better than dry herbs. And fresh parsley and fresh basil are easily accessible. You can buy them in any grocery store. So they're not hard to come by. Oregano, on the other hand, is not as easy to find. So I'm going to use the dry oregano and add the salt and pepper to this dish now. After the vegetables and the herbs and spices have a chance to blend together, I am going to add the seafood. Now, you can add any kind of seafood that you want. Traditionally, the seafood that is used is a shellfish. So I'm going to put scallops and lobster, shrimp. I'm also going to add crab, but I'm not going to add the crab just yet. The shrimp, the scallops, and the lobster are all raw at this particular point. The crab is cooked, because the crab is canned, and anything that's canned is cooked already. So I'm going to add this seafood and just allow that to cook before I add the crab. Again, it doesn't take much time. I may adjust the heat a little bit at this point, because it takes so little time to do. I'm going to put it a little bit higher. I didn't want to start off with the heat too high. I didn't want to burn the herbs and spices. But I can raise the heat temperature right now so the shrimp and the scallops and the lobster can cook more quickly. The next thing that we're going to add is a concassé tomato. Now, these were Roma tomatoes, Italian tomatoes, that were peeled, de-seeded, and then brunoise, the cut that was used for these tomatoes. You can use the canned tomatoes if you like, but the fresh tomatoes are best. And the Italian tomatoes are best because they don't have too much of liquid involved in them. You know that they're a more plump tomato, and actually they're the ones that are used in your canned tomatoes. So I have the concassé tomatoes here, and I'm also going to add a little bit of puree, tomato puree. Now that'll just make it a little less tomatoey, more saucy. Okay, the shrimp and scallops are ready to go. I'm going to add the crab now. And again, the crab was canned, so of course anything canned is already cooked. And most of us will buy crab. If we're not catching it off the Jersey Shore, we are going to be buying it canned. And also with the seafood, this area is not indigenous to the shrimp and the scallops. We don't usually catch them around here, so I always like to buy them frozen. You can buy fresh seafood, but unfortunately seafood doesn't keep very long. If you buy it frozen, then you know how long you've had it out. Now to add the concassé tomatoes. And a little puree to bring it all together. I'm going to turn up the gas and just let it finish off. And there you have your sauce. Again, the linguine has already been cooked, and I'm just going to put this sauce on top of the linguine that's already finished. Just let it warm a little bit, and it is complete. I think that dish was 5 minutes, but of course all the prep work was the preparation of the herbs and spices, and you have to do that ahead of time. But the actual cooking takes about 5 minutes to do. Most nice restaurants, that's what they'll be doing. They'll have everything prepped, and then they will just put it together for the particular dish that they're making. Okay, the finished product. I'll leave it there. Seafood Chipino. Spicy seafood marinara sauce. And I'm just going to garnish with Romano cheese. And there we have it. This is the Seafood Chipino, a spicy red seafood sauce served over pasta.